G.
Why don't he?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had to,
Just because he ain't had no money, you left him?
had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, I mean, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
how am I going to do that though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a
A
girl.
man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
But you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to
So
be...
he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
So why are you leaving then? You said you just want...
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me. And if he's not doing better than me, then...
I guess.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just feel like that.
See, ESTG knows a few things, and he was able to humble this woman due to his knowledge of certain aspects of the scriptures when it comes to Genesis chapter 2 as we understand. So let's just get into it. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. And the Lord power said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." So it is not good that the Adam should be alone. We have to understand that the term Adam just means man. He was the first man. The second man was Yahushua. And I know some of you guys may understand what I'm talking about. Some of you guys may not. But the first man was Adam. The second man was Yahushua. Yahushua came to offset, the seed that was planted from Adam from the beginning when it comes to sin. Open the door for sin. But, Adam, he was supposed to be a righteous man. And this was around the time where Adam was supposed to be a righteous man. He was blessed with the woman, right? And out of the ground, the Lord power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. So we already know Adam was the one who was the leader. He was the dictator. The Most High set him up to be that because he gave him the breath of life, giving him the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding, working with him first, although there were people on the earth before Adam. So let's just go into that when it comes to the understanding, because this term right here for beast is going into, lively people. It's not just talking about animals and whatnot. And there's a distinction when it comes to the transliteration. So let's get the blue letter. So I just wanted to go into the blue letter, and I wanted to get the Strong's, go back to the transliteration for the term beast in Genesis chapter 2, where you have the Strong's H2416, and the term is hay. So let's get it. So we in H2416, hay, the Hebrew term hay, from the root word, going back to the Strong's H2421, which is haya. So let's see what that's about. To live, have life, remain alive, sustain life, live prosperously, live forever, be quickened, be alive, be restored to life or health, to have life. So the reason why I'm getting this is because this is how we establish that when it comes to the beast that was laid out, it's not talking about animals, it's talking about people. Adam and Eve wasn't the first people on the earth, as most of you know. It's just that the Most High was working with Adam first. He was the first human being that the Most High was working with, right? That's why he breathed the life into Adam, into his nostrils, the breath of life. So let's go. Living, alive, green of vegetation, flowing fresh of water, lively, active of man, So this right here applies when it comes to the third one. This one applies in regards to the adjective. Animal life, this is why it's giving you these, differences, these distinctions. Animal life, appetite, revival, renewal. This is going into life in regards to human beings. So the beast is talking about human beings. The reason why they classified as beasts is because they wasn't the ones that the Most High was working with. So they were known as beasts. It's almost similar to like heathen. You know, heathen are people that are outside of Israel, like the Goyim. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Right. The term woman mean Aisha. You know, it's the feminine for Aish or Ish, which means man. And also Adam means man. So literally coming out of Adam, just when it comes to the understanding. And when you go into the rib aspect, you have to go into the aspect of how it's pretty much parabolic for her, most likely coming from the line of Adam, coming out of the line of Adam. It wasn't no surgical procedure or nothing like that. But do you get the understanding that the woman came from the man? The female came from the male. Right? So when it comes to what Mr. ESTG is saying, it's apropos, just in regards to what he was telling that female at the radio station, where he was pretty much laying out the order and the understanding that, you know, you need a head. You should allow your man to be the head. In this world, you have to say allow, because we don't really understand the dynamics and how it's supposed to be. So when you say allow, it's more like you have to let him be that. You have to pretty much play your position. You know, you're supposed to be obsequious to the man to a certain degree, especially if he's living up to what he's supposed to live up to. You're supposed to be obsequious as a woman. You love your man. And, you know, you be a helpmeet. You live up to what it means to be a woman. That means to be a helpmeet to the man. You're not supposed to be acting like you're a leader. You're not supposed to be setting no standards or setting no protocols for the relationship. Because if you do, it's not going to work, because we already understand that the woman is whimsical, capricious. So, you know, she doesn't have a steady, you know, her wave ain't steady. Her brain ain't steady. What she wants isn't necessarily steady unless she's in a stable, you know, relationship, to the point where the Most High, you know, put some sort of blessing on that. Because sometimes that's what you need. You need a blessing from the Most High when it comes to dealing with these females. And, you know, she can learn and understand what her role is. A lot of these females, the majority of them, they don't understand their role. They just don't. We already know that. And some of these males, they don't understand their role, because we live in Babylon. This is just the society we live in. But the woman is supposed to be a helpmeet. The man is supposed to be a leader. As ESTG said, he laid it out perfectly for the woman. And she succumbed, like she understood. I don't think that's the right word, succumbed. Like she pretty much, you know, she gave into the understanding. Like she understood. And sometimes that's what it is. It's just the stubbornness from these females. They know what it is, but they don't want that sometimes, because in certain aspects of this society, status means more. So a dude that's doing better than her is what she looks at as leadership, as opposed to, you know, the intangibles that come with what it means to be a leader in a relationship. It's not just about the material and the finances and the status, you know. So it's very important for us to understand. You have to, you know, lay certain things down to the woman so she can really, really get an understanding. But ESTG, he was just real calm and cool with it. And she understood, because I'm guessing, you know, she was more open to him because he's of a certain status. So she, you know, he broke her down to the point where she understood, you know. All right, so we have the Hebrew Strongs for women. Obviously, we understand that Genesis, along with the rest of the Old Testament, quote unquote Old Testament, was written in the Hebrew. So we always go back to the Strongs that was from the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew. H8O2 Aisha, right? So this right here is Aisha. Woman, opposite of man, wife. Woman married to a man, female of animals. Just when it comes to the applications, each, every, pronoun. Aisha, feminine of H376. So let's get H376. Ish, right? Ish, contracted for H582, or perhaps rather from an unused root meaning to be extant. A man as an individual or a male person. So this means male, right? So you get the understanding when it comes to Aisha and Aish, or Ish, Esh, right? However you pronounce that, but we understand. So this means man, right? So that's how we get the understanding. Woman came from man. Ish, Isha. Aish, Aisha.